All right, let's dive into something that is literally changing the way we make everything. It's called Industry 4.0. You can think of it as a smart revolution that's happening right now, turning our old school factories into these incredibly intelligent, connected networks. So, is this a real industrial revolution? You bet it is. And we're not just talking about, slightly faster machines or bigger buildings. No, this is a massive shift. It's a total rethinking of how we manufacture things, and it's all powered by data and smart technology. It's all about making things smarter, way more flexible, and unbelievably efficient.
At its core, Industry 4.0 is all about connection. It's about taking the physical world, the machines, the assembly lines, and merging it with the digital world of data and AI. All these buzzwords you hear, like the Internet of Things, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, they're all working together here. They're creating these smart factories that can basically run themselves, making decisions with very little help from us.
Now, this quote, it really hits the nail on the head. For like 100 years, the whole point of manufacturing was to make millions of the exact same thing to get the price down. Well, Industry 4.0 completely flips that idea on its head. The new goal is what we call mass customization. Imagine getting a car or your shoes or whatever built exactly for you but at the same price and speed as something that came off a normal production line. That's the dream.
So, how in the world is any of this possible? Well, it's all built on a set of what you could call technological bricks. When you put them all together, they create the blueprint for the smart factory. So let's take a look at what those key pieces are. This here gives you a great visual of that whole ecosystem. You see all the parts, AI, IoT, the cloud, but look what's right in the middle, data analysis. Data is the absolute lifeblood of Industry 4.0. Every single sensor, every robot is constantly pumping out a stream of information. And the ability to understand that data in real time, well, that's where the magic really happens.
And one of the most powerful, almost science fiction ideas to come out of this is something called the digital twin. Now, this isn't just a 3D model or a blueprint. It's a living, breathing, virtual copy of a real thing, whether that's a product or an entire system. It's constantly being updated with live data from the real world. Let's see how that actually plays out.
So just try to picture the digital twin as a perfect mirror world for a factory or maybe a jet engine. It builds this seamless bridge between the real world and a virtual one where we can test and tweak and perfect everything without any real-world consequences. It's that constant conversation between the physical and the digital that unlocks so much potential. This chart really shows you that flow. See, on one side, you have the physical system, the actual machines doing the work. Sensors on those machines are constantly feeding data to the digital twin. The twin then takes that data and runs all kinds of simulations to find ways to make things better. And then, and this is the key part, those insights get fed right back to the physical system. It's a non-stop loop of improvement. And the benefits here are just massive. You can fine-tune a process without ever touching the real machine. You can spot a bottleneck before it even happens. You can even design and test new products completely in a virtual space. Think of the time and money that saves. It's like having a crystal ball for your entire operation. And one of its biggest tricks is its incredible ability to predict the future.
And that leads us to probably the most powerful combo in all of Industry 4.0, artificial intelligence and efficiency. By using AI, factories are finally moving away from the old fix-it-when-it-breaks model. Instead, they're becoming proactive and predictive. And that has huge implications for everything, from productivity to sustainability.
Predictive maintenance is a perfect example, and it's a pretty simple three-step dance. First, you have IoT sensors on a machine collecting data, stuff like vibration, temperature, energy use. Second, AI algorithms are constantly sifting through that data, looking for tiny, almost invisible patterns that show up right before a failure. And third, before the machine even has a chance to break, the system sends an alert to a technician to go fix it. Simple, right?
The results are pretty wild. In the car industry, for example, this has led to a 30% jump in machine availability. That means a lot less unplanned downtime, and a 25% drop in maintenance costs. You're not wasting money on scheduled checkups that aren't needed, and you're not losing money when a machine unexpectedly dies. It's a massive win-win. But the efficiency gains go way beyond just maintenance. They go into energy itself. And this number, 78%, that is the potential energy savings when you have a smart system that lets different parts of a factory work together. So it can actually capture the energy from one motor breaking and send it over to power another one.
This is Industry 4.0, creating a much more sustainable, energy-efficient way to make things. So, Industry 4.0 is already here, and it's changing our world with data and automation. But what's next? Well, just like with every revolution, the next one is already starting to take shape, and it looks like it's pointing toward a pretty big change in priorities. And that brings us to this new idea, Industry 5.0. If you look at this chart, you can see the difference pretty clearly. Industry 4.0 is technology-centric. It's all about making the factories smarter. But Industry 5.0, it's human-centric. The goal isn't just to optimize machines anymore, it's about optimizing the teamwork between humans and machines. The focus shifts from just cost and productivity to bigger ideas, like sustainability and making the workplace better for people.
So that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. As all this technology keeps evolving, is the real goal to build machines that replace us, or is it to build machines that make us better? The future of industry might not just be about smarter tech, but about creating a smarter partnership between us and the amazing tools we